So hey everyone, in today's video we're gonna set up a dump HTTP Git server, something like I can't afford for um, CID CD backed hosting, which is called Smart Git hosting, and I can't afford for that because I don't have a hosting which complies to that, or I don't have basically I don't have a dynamic hosting and I don't have a domain name, but I manage that from the Codeberg pages. Now the thing is, in Codeberg pages, they only allow you to serve static pages. That means static files, static HTML files or whatever. So I'm gonna quickly show you how this dump HTTP works. So git dump HTTP. Um, my internet connection has been going poor today. Okay, so this is how it works. So when you're cloning a .git directory from somewhere, it's the repository you're cloning. Um, it actually happens in chunks. So first of all, it checks this info/refs. And how is this info/refs generated? Whenever you are aiming for some dump protocol Git repository that where you don't have a dynamic server, you basically need to run this update server info before you can um, push to that, you know, sorry, before you can um, pack that repo and make it public. So if you're creating the .git directory, you basically need this before you can uh, proceed with the dump protocol, because otherwise this won't be generated. And this is info/res is particularly important because it stores this SHA1 SHA1 location for your refs heads master. There's a head, and when you get the head, it will show you that the master is the origin, okay, and master branch is the main origin one. And then it will ask you, it will check this SHA, SHA, and then you're just gonna, I mean, it's gonna place multiple requests, multiple get requests to your repository, that is .git directory, before you can even clone it. So in normal ways, if you're using a dynamic server, let's a smart HTTP somewhere here, I don't know, it's not here, okay, this one, the smart protocol, yeah, it's there. So it's what it's doing is pretty awesome, that it's taking a chunk out of it in once at once. So it's basically not processing thousands of get requests for each object snapshot, because get stores in snapshots, not in files. So in each object snapshot, it's not creating individual gets, rather it's just creating one SSH pull, and it's pulling the entire thing to your machine. But for the dump protocol, that's not really possible because it uses HTTP and multiple GET requests, so it's kind of slow. It's very slow compared to the smart protocol. But for those of us who don't have a dynamic server but still want to host their own Git repository on their own static page, so that way you can actually technically do it. So basically, this is my page hosted on Codeberg. It's taking it some time to load. Basically, the page, you go for Git, you can see I've uploaded one uh, directory here, okay, HawkOS Legacy. I've uploaded this. um, Now I'm going to show how to upload another one here. So say I'm gonna make dir like git test. Now this is just an HTML which I did. This is HTML which I wrote. Basically, this is the .git where it is hosted. So if you're gonna clone from here, like if I'm going to clone from here into this git test, I'm gonna write git clone, this one. So it will take some more time than normal smart protocol, but still is because this is not that big of a repo. But okay, you can see it's manually fetching objects, and in the normal gateway, if you're doing the traditional gateway, it will just straight away, take the entire deltas receiving the objects, and it will just parse them. Ah, the dogs. Okay, anyways. um, oh my man, the dogs. Anyways, this this is, so you can see that it cloned it, so it actually works. So yeah, there's my red tree. Oh, okay. I'm just quickly gonna remove this because I don't need this right now, and um, I'm gonna create. Uh, I'm not going to create anything else. I'm just going to touch a file, index.html, and nano it. Sorry, index.html, and suppose, like, I'm just writing some basic code. Not HTML. I hate it. Uh, uh, okay. Uh, just generate hello world again. Okay, fine. Shit. Okay, so now I'm just going to uh, I'm just going to take this git test, and okay, I forgot one thing. So basically you have to also initialize it with git, because this has to be a git repository. This has to be a git initialized directory, right? Otherwise, how are we gonna upload it to git? So git init. We now we're gonna add all of our dot, means every file that is in the dot is actually the current working directory for Unix. So every other directory and file that is present there is going to be sent for this one. I forgot it. It's going to be added into the initialized git directory. Well done. Now I'm going to commit it, because if you check the status, you can see no commits and there are changes to be committed. There's a new file index.c. So in the process, I'm also teaching you git. Haha. So add index.c. This is my first commit. You can see, and the commit has been done. Right? The commit has been done. Now if you check the git status, you can see nothing to commit on branch master. Now I'm gonna quickly copy this to wait. What am I doing? Um, what am I doing? Wait a minute. I forgot it. Why am I forgetting it? Okay, you can do it from here directly also. Git update server info, if I'm not wrong. Yes, that was update server info, right? Um, yes, update server info. Okay, so now we did this. Now you have to actually clone the bear of this. Git clone bear. Bear means I'm going to tell you what's bear. Bear is actually the raw snapshot of the directories that Git takes, not this type of clone. I mean, the normal clone will give you the human readable what we added, like index.c, but that one will give you objects, refs, head, that this expects. You can see info slash refs head. This is what it expects. So this is a bear. Okay, so bear dot means this directory. I'm going to copy to tmp. That's a temporary directory in Unix. Okay, tmp uh, tests. I'm going to write it as test. Okay, So it clones. Now if I'm going to check out this one, and if I'm going to, as you can see that it's not generic. You might have expected an index.c max to max, right, and a dot to get if I'm just going to do ls-a, but it's actually this one: config, description, head. And if you're going to inspect each of these files, you can see that there is no remote origin, okay, because we don't need a remote origin. We are doing static file dump HTTP uploading. Remote origin actually wants for smart protocols. So this is a URL, and if you check the description real quick, name repository. So I'm not going to do anything here. If you check head, oh shit, uh, yeah, this is a master origin, and hooks. There are hooks. It won't really work if you're on dumb HTTP. And objects. Yep, this is where it actually is packed. Wait, these are the snapshots now. 81. This is a snapshot. Okay, this is a snapshot. So the more number of files you have, the more number of snapshots. Now patch refs. So you can see these are the fully. This is the SHA-1 that we were talking about, and this is the origin that this one said. This one, exactly this one. Okay, refs, info/refs. This is what it is. Info refs, or yeah. Now wait, there is info/refs. No. Okay. Now that it is in this directory, you gotta do update server info. But I think that so this was a way, not previously. Um, Wait, did I mess up? I don't know. Okay, anyways. And now I'm gonna, this is my uh, I'm gonna go to, yes. Okay, yes. So this is the Git directory for this one, my personal page here /git, and also the root page. Here I'm going to copy whatever Git I have done. So you can see that there is this. What's this? I configure this man, and this works shit. Okay, anyways, you need to go to this Git. Oh shit, Git. And you can see that I have uploaded this file here. I have manually taken and punched the file here. Now this is a distinction between dumb HTTP and smart HTTP. That is smart HTTP, that it's dynamically uploads whenever you merge it, whenever you push it, or something like that. But in dumb HTTP, you have to manually give the repositories, manually upload the repositories in this folder, or whatever folder you have. That doesn't really matter. Whatever directory you have, just gotta upload it here. Git/git/. This is just an HTML I created, as I'm already telling you. This is the source. Uh, this is the source. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to copy this. Uh, copy paste recursively /temp/test into SSD, -ib, git, and like here I've written CargoOS legacy.git. I'm going to write here test.git, because this is the testing I'm doing for you guys. So now I'm gonna do this. Now you can see ls, there is test.git. Fine. So now I'm just going to write, I'm going to go to the root directory. I'm going to do git add dot git commit -m, adding test. Okay, now it added all these info packs, whatever we saw in that bare thing. Okay, and then git origin push. Sorry, what am I writing? Shit. uh, Push origin pages. Okay. Now to ask for my username. So as you can see that this is uploaded to pages. this was a branch for which Codeberg wanted for pages, so I pushed to this branch, pages branch. Codeberg recognizes this branch only for these pages. I'm just going to refresh it. There will be no effect on here because I don't have anything linked to here. Now, since it's uploaded, I should be able to clone it from this. Okay, I'm going to go to my initial git test where I left. So you can see the index.c is still there. So now if we clone this exact URL, that is, if we clone this exact URL, https summon.ib.codeberg.page, my static page /git, the directory where I uploaded it, you can see cd git, and then you can see inside git we have test.git. So I should be able to clone it from here if everything went correctly. Okay, cloning into test, done. So now we have test. Let's check it out. We have index.c. So it worked perfectly. It worked perfectly. What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, it worked perfectly. So you can see that without the need for any dynamic server, we just set up a Git repository publicly on our own statically served web page without any backend. Okay, without any requirement for a backend. Although this is manually done, but that's how the web before dynamic servers came in worked. I mean, before the dynamic servers arrived, right? Now it's just SaaS applications and dynamic hosting and all. But before that, pre 2000 or something like that, when Git was like coming into existence by Linus Torvalds, built by Linus Torvalds, just for Linux, then we had this dump HTTP protocol, which proprietary softwares like GitHub ditched in 2011. But I don't really care about GitHub because that's not real Git. It's some UI on top of Git. This is the real Git workflow. Now, if someone wants to commit, or sorry, if someone wants to send me a patch, what can they do? Is they can just clone this like I just did. They can modify this file a bit, like add something like this. Although you shouldn't do you shouldn't do this, but I can't really think of any other script right now. So yeah. Um. Okay. And yes. Oh, I already have the tab. So yeah. Now you can see if I run git status. So I modified this thing and oh shit, this was already a repository. Shit. Okay. Then let me do this thing. Let me create another test repo sort of thing. Let me go there and again clone up this one. Now let me tell you, these dump HTML protocol is really slow, as I already told you. It's really slow. So if it's a small repository, it will work comfortably, but if it's a very big something type of repository, then it will struggle because it sends multiple GET requests. It sends multiple GET requests, and it's really painful for the CPU to, cycle it every time. Okay, now it's already get, so commit dash, sorry, add dot get commit dash m new update. Oh wait, I never changed this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to change it again. Let me just add another printf. Let me just remove this new line. And now if you run git status, there is untracked work. So I just added this and m random. But whenever you are contributing to a real project like the Linux kernel, you shouldn't give this random messages, okay? Random commit messages. You should be particular about what you're doing. because that way it will be, harmful for the maintainers. They cannot understand what you are doing, and they will just straight up reject you, knack it. Not acknowledged by Greco Hartman. Yeah. So now git format patch, and then you run another one, git send email, but that's for a later video. I'm not going to show that today. I need content, not promotion. I need content. So yeah, there are actually two commands. It's git format patch, which creates a patch in your directory, and this patch contains what differences you have done plus minus. Okay, and then you use a send email, which requires setting up your SMTP for your email address, and then sending it to one of the maintainers. In this case, I am the maintainer because I'm hosting this page myself. But when you send it to a real maintainer, you gotta send email, git send email, and then that's the workflow. So that's how actually Git works under the hood. Then they just merge the batch. They just merge the batch file. It creates a .batch file which you send over email using Git, and then the maintainer will either merge it or knack it or ignore it or do whatever it is. Okay, simple. This is how Git actually works under the hood. It's distributed. It's a distributed system. It's not some centralized UI like GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket, whatever you. I don't know what Bitbucket runs on. I'm sorry if it's wrong, but GitHub or GitLab both work on this. Oh shit! What the hell is that? Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Format patch and send email. And if I say some weird shit from time to time, just pretend you didn't hear it. Okay. So yeah, that's mostly it. Thanks for watching. Let me just control C this. You can see how hacky this is.